What's going on, people? It's your man the White B. Once again, big shout out to my doggy Sean Clues for coming through and boosting up the coins. So it just keeps getting wiggier and wiggier. Yes, you can argue, well, you'd say that, and that's a fair point to make. But listen, just watch the video, yeah? Zip this, because a lot of you, man, be doing a lot of this, yeah? Not a lot of this. Not a lot of this. Just this one. Repeating. Cattle slop you've been served. To sit back, yeah? And don't worry about what I'm saying. Just look upon the evidence. Spark in front of your face. I'm not coming on here asking you to believe me. I'm not coming on here telling you I know exactly what happened, like the rest of the shills do. Oh no, I was 100%. I'm just saying what I'm saying, and take it as that. Okay? Here we go. So we know. Oh man, we ended the last video. Let's get this one up right here for the masses. Let's get this one up right here, man. Poor uncle, man. Poor uncle. We ended the last video yesterday saying a prayer for this poor... He looks harmless, this uncle does, man. We said a prayer for him. At the end of yesterday's video, it was leaked that he has now been officially charged. We didn't cover that in depth, so we're going to get to that today. But I want, again, let's put his face up here, man. In loving memory of Uncle Taxi Jobber, because he is finished. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I saw someone. It's not a laughing matter yet, but it is. It's a peak matter. When things get so peak, it becomes funny. Does that make sense? One of them men send you insane. And that's how I feel for Uncle right now. Look at this little harmless taxi jobber uncle, man. Wow. Wow. So, he's now been officially charged. And here are the charges. Coyote, AJ's driver, was charged on 4 counts, including dangerous driving, causing the expiration of 2 Western males, reckless and negligent driving, driving without care and attention, and driving without a valid driver's license. Wow! Wow! Uncle! Not uncle! Oh, not uncle with the moody driving license, allegedly. That's alleged. I think that allegedly cap, man. That's cap. And check this out. We'll get to why, in my opinion, or in some people's opinion, not mine, I think he didn't have I think the official count is, the officials have said he didn't have a driver's license. And my personal opinion, the YB, is he definitely did not. But some people are saying, how can you be driving for AJ for 3 years and you ain't got no license? Like, really? Anyway, let's cut to the chase here. Oh yeah, it gets even more spooky. Never mind his charges, hear this. It turns out AJ was supposed to be sat in the seat, one of the expiration seats. But a turn of God, these men are spinning it. Let me show you this here. This is official. This ain't no cap. This ain't no slop. I've verified it. Oops. Oops. What that just popped out on the masses arse, boo. What's this one here? Bosh. One of them is popping out on the masses arse. I wasn't even fixing to show you that yet, but listen, it's one of them. It comes out. Yeah? In plain sight on the masses. Anyway, where was we? Here we go. This is it. So you got AJ's apparently Muslim. I saw him in the mosque praying. I've never seen him televise it. Obviously, he wants the great white vote as well, doesn't he? He don't want to disenfranchise the Joe Blow white man masses, does he? So he hasn't publicly come out. I haven't heard him mention nothing about Muslim before, but he was praying with one of these Donnies actually at the mosque. So anyway, you got some Muslim publication here. Check this out. And this is official news, but I'll get to the real news. But I want to put this in this one right now. That's what I want to do. According to the driver's lawyer, the journey started in Lagos, and initially Anthony Joshua had got into the front passenger seat, but the driver asked him to swap out seats. The minute we start, bear in mind yesterday's video, yeah? Right? We saw 2 doors open. The driver was supposed to be more damaged than AJ. I ain't see no driver nowhere, man. I didn't see no driver nowhere, man. That's what I didn't see. All I see is AJ posted in the back. He didn't look, that's the other thing, he didn't look that shook up. I've seen cats, yeah. I've seen cats who they know. An accident happened, and you're like, "Where's my friend? Like, where's my friend?" You're not just sat there with your door wide open. The other side's wide open. You don't just sit there waiting. You're like, "Where's my mans?" And even when he got escorted off, "Where's my mans at, man? Where's my mans I came with? I came here with them. Where they at?" Right? AJ wasn't injured like that. I get it. If you're proper injured and you're worried about your own survival, I've seen military men, to be fair. I've seen documentaries of military cats. 2 Donnies get shot and they're both down bad, but one's worse than the other. Both have to be medevaced, but the guy who's a bit better than the one who's super duper down bad, he's like, Where's Benny at? Where's Benny at? Where's Benny? How's Benny doing? Do you see what I mean? And that guy, both of them are in trouble. Both of them are having to get medevaced, but the one that's really, really smoked, the other guy's like, "Where's Benny at, man? Where's my man's at?" Right? AJ sat there with doors open. There's no video of him saying, "Where's my man's? Where's my man's?" No? Not a scratch on him. You ain't even thought about your man's. Now, there's an argument. Apparently, they allege now they're adding some more slop on. Apparently, people was robbing AJ's assets. I didn't see that. Apparently, they were in a convoy. So where's all the other mans from the back one? There should be 5 man deep in there, 4 man deep of security agents in there. Right? About they robbed his phone. They're sitting, they robbed his phone, so he was shook to get out of the car. What, a moody car that might set on fire is going to protect you from the Somali pirates? Unlikely. So I'm just saying, I wasn't there. People deal with things differently. If I came somewhere with 2 mans, yeah, and I'm okay, I'm sitting there giving it to Ben Stiller. Let's see the Ben Stiller right quick, because some of you slow cats have forgot already. Keep reminding you. Where's Ben Stiller at, man? Where's Ben Stiller at? Let's see what, come on. Where's Zoolander at, man? Giving it to Zoolander. He giving it to Zoolander. He ain't messed up enough, in my opinion, not to check on his mans. There should be a clip of, "Hey, where my man's at?" Yeah? The only clips we got is of my man in the whip making a meal out of getting out of the car, if I'm honest. Look at this guy. Look. And what I'm showing you don't mean nothing. I'm not even speculating. I'm just saying what I'm seeing at the end of the day. He in there and the police guy with his hands on here, chilling, gouching. Not a scratch on him, right? There's no video of him saying, "Where my man?" There's no video of him bugging out. Now you can argue, why be? He turbo stoic. Oh. Yeah? You can't have it both ways. Oh, he was so shaken up he couldn't get out of the car. If you're that shaken up, where the man's at? Where Benny at? Where Benny at? Where he at, man? No, they can't have took my mans. You see what I'm trying to say? Where my man's at? Didn't see him even. If you watch the videos, he gets out of the car and there's no... You have to argue, he got bumped on his head and he was disorientated. Listen, man. Listen. If you get bumped on your head, unless you're brain dead, you're going to wonder where your mans are. No, not my mans. They took my mans. None of that. So you can... Listen, it's plausible. He's just stoic. He's giga stoic. And he's... Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That wouldn't be me though. Yeah? I might not be crying and that, but I'll be going, where am I? Not my mans. Do you know what I mean? There'll be something there. I'm damn sure, I'll tell you this for free. Damn sure. There's 2 doors open. My side door's open. The other side door's open. I ain't sitting there for half an hour waiting around, man. There's going to be a level of urgency. I don't care. Again. Some corny cat said, his backwards spine was buggered. Nothing wrong with the guy. Nothing wrong at all. Sorry. Categorically documented nothing wrong with him. Yeah? And I haven't seen obviously, he probably was concerned about his mans, allegedly. I don't know, I'm not in his head. I didn't see Did you see the concern? You've come somewhere with 2, 3, 4 mans, yeah? You the only one who fine, ready for the runway shoot, and you ain't even... A little bit. We've seen people get shot before. Yeah, even when they're cooked. You're still like... It's almost in denial. Nah, man, get it here anyway. I ain't leaving this spot, right? Bearing in mind, you're alright. Nothing wrong with AJ, man. Nothing wrong with him at all. Giving it the light skin eyes. And this one. Yeah? That's what he's doing. He's giving it the light skin eyes. Posting up like... Yeah? That's what he's doing. For sure. For sure. Like I said, if you're bleeding out yourself, okay, get me to the hospital, stat. If you're sweet and ready for the runway, nah, man, I ain't leaving my mans. Yeah, I'll go hospital with my mans. That's what I'll do. I'll post it right here. Now, of course, you can argue there's a security question. I didn't see no Somali pirates there, man. But I don't know. I don't live like AJ. Maybe he's spooked. He doesn't know what's going on, so he just wants to get out of Dodge. I'm going to hospital with my mans, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm staying. If I'm okay, yeah, 100%. No doubt about it. I'm with my mans. That's what I'm doing. I'm not slinking off. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Let's hop out. My mans are on the floor. No one picked his mans up. Right? No one picked his mans up. His mans was right there. He's too busy in the car trying to make a scene, getting out of a car. Making it all about him, essentially. Oh, my back. Oh, you're laying it on. Oh. 1 minute when he's getting out of the car, he's laying it on thick. He's getting in this car and he looks like he's ready for Baywatch. Yeah? Making a meal out of it and nothing wrong with him. Yeah? No concern. From what I've seen, I wasn't there, but I didn't see no concern for his mans at the end of the day. None at all. Which is odd for someone who really had nothing wrong with him. If you're in an accident and you're the one who's okay, you tend to be the one who's... Because you're okay. Imagine if it was AJ splattered on the floor. Who thinks Latifah would have just made a big meal? Let's call a spade here now. Let's do that. That's what we're going to do. Let's call a spade. Let's say it was AJ who was splattered on the floor, yeah? Who think Latif, making it all about him with a bit of a bumped back? No. Latif going to be like, my mans, I ain't going... You can imagine. Latif would have said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going riding with AJ. Dead or not. Right? That's what he'd have said. So again, this shows you the celebrity tip as well. No, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I guarantee you there's no way Latif ain't waiting for the ambulance to come and hopping in the back of the thing with a expired AJ. I don't know Latif, but it's like the power dynamics, right? AJ's thinking, well, they're dead anyway, so let's just get out of here and protect. I'm a celebrity. You know what I mean? Whereas Latif would have been like, I don't know him. He'd have been like, this is the man's. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not in no one's head. But what we can say is, for all them videos, I didn't see no concern for no one else. But in fact, I saw a lot of laying it on thick. That's what I saw. Bunch of laying it on thick for nothing. Yeah? Making a meal out of everything he was doing. That's a fact. Nothing wrong with the guy. Made a big old meal out of it. Well, your mans, you saw what your mans was. And maybe he saw his mans and thought, well, they're buggered anyway. But even that in itself is... You're like... You know what I mean? I can't imagine that. There's an argument. Well, he's turbo pragmatic. Well, they've gone, let's get out of here. I don't tend to think. In something where there isn't shades of Voldemort, that's how normal people react. I don't care how stoic allegedly someone is. If it was really a big shock, yeah, you was literally talking with Latif and whatnot 5 minutes ago, all legit, didn't expect it, and it happens. It wasn't one of these ones, shh, yeah? And the driver didn't just tell you to change seats and, yeah? Looking all mystique.com. How is it not? Nah, man, not Latif, but come on, you're going to have that go through your head, ain't you? Nah, man, it can't be. That's what... Don't give me this rubbish either. The standard official narrative slop. They'll say, AJ's a turbo stoic athlete. Yeah, he's too, you know one's there, oh, he's too giga alpha to, no. If it legitimately kicks off, and you had no idea it was coming, fucking nuts. You go into, it's like, what the blow-hole? And you can't believe, nah, man, get that. Even if everyone else knows, everyone who isn't emotionally connected with your peoples, they'll know, hey, man, he's finished. Right? But you'll be thinking, now, where the get there, come on, woo. No, he's not gone yet. I've seen videos of it, man. No one does this. No one does this one here. No one does it. I've never seen it before. Imagine that. You got your family in the car, for example. I guess you can argue that's another layer above. But still, it's all in the same realm. You're in a family car, right? You crash the car. Everyone's dashed out. Can you imagine a dad sitting there and nothing wrong with him at all, and just sitting in the car waiting for jobbers to get him out? You're going to be, no, man, and your wife and your kids. I know, again, that's a stronger reaction, but it shades of that, right? The car's crashed. The dad's okay. Do you think he's sitting there with doors open everywhere, just waiting for someone to pull him out like a child? Nah, man, he's getting at it. Right? Never seen nothing like it. Now, if we knew AJ's was medically damaged, of course, it makes more sense. This hardback Nick here, nah, man, that's spooky to me. Come on, I swear down right now, if it was one of my mans and I fling out the car, yeah, and you're just swanning off in the back, making a meal out of getting out, nah, man, that's dead. I'd look at you sideways if I survived. Like, man, you're on some corny shit making it all about you. There was nothing wrong with you. Categorically. Nothing wrong with the big old... Look at this guy here, look. Look at this guy. I'll show you another one I showed you before. Look at this. Let's watch this one right here again. For the masses. Yeah, let's watch this one. We ain't even got to today's cooking, but the math ain't mathing for certain... you best believe it. For certain unhinged man, it ain't mathing. Look at this guy, look. Look at this guy just posting up and minutes later he walking out. There's a big old gap here, right? Big old gap. What's he waiting on, man? And we know at this point the driver's already got out. Some people allege this one here's the driver. I don't know, but this is clearly someone from the convoy. One of these, there's two guys you ultimately see in suits. Those are the guys from the convoy and or the driver himself. So you have to believe either AJ's scared to death of Somali pirates. You ain't thinking that. If you're a family man, even if you're not, I'll tell you this for free. Even if I'm riding with my boys here and we crash and they've flung out the car, Somali pirates or not, I'm hopping out. I want you. It's what's going to come out of you. Unless you're some celebrity maxer. Oh, fucking hell. My brethren's expired, but I'm going to sit here and play safe because I don't want the Somali pirates to get me. That's low T. And that shows you it's all about you. Because a natural human reaction is, F the risks, I need to see what the deal is. He wouldn't even, assuming, yeah, he hasn't already got out of the car and allegedly changed seats. Right, assuming that, he wouldn't even know where his mans was at this point. At this point, all we know is, or all AJ knows, I'm in the car. So either he's hit his head so hard he's forgot who he travelled with, or where's the intrigue? He's sat in a car. The security guy's about to get in the hole AJ could have got out of. Right? He sat there, just posted. Where's the scramble? Where's the... So this guy almost has to get him out. This guy's jumping in the hole that AJ could have come out of. And ultimately AJ ends up exiting the other way. So you got this brother here climbing in. AJ goes out the other door. There's about 3 doors here. The driver door's wide open. This door's wide open. AJ's door's wide open. He, at this point, allegedly, has no idea what happened to his mans at all. All he knows is, 2 minutes ago, my brother was there, and he's not there. He gets escorted out of the car. Not even a look. That's what I don't really get. Okay, YB, he's turbo stoic. Yeah, he turbo with it, man, and he ain't too estrogenic. He's just, not even a look. Not even a drop to the knees and, nah, man, this can't be it. Not even one of them for 5 seconds. No, with all them cameras, he couldn't go and check his mans. It's not even a video of AJ looking over his mans. And they tell you, the car crashed, AJ was in the back seat. There's no intrigue at all about where his mans went. Really? No intrigue. And there wasn't Somali pirates there either. I saw no Somali pirate. There was a bag of man, yeah. Not one of them did nothing. They're throwing it on then. Oh no, he got his phone robbed. Cap. The phone got dashed somewhere, but they got robbed. Where did you see the robbers at? There was no robbers there. Everyone's trying to get all in the video. AJ had 2 security personnel around him. There was no bad vibes like that. Are you joking? Who wants to do something to Anthony Joshua in Nigeria? You will be there. Come on, man. The taxi driver's finished. Never mind a Nigerian pirate. Forget about it. My man's just no intrigue about where his mans went. That's suspect. I don't give a how hard your head hurts. Your head weren't hurting that much, man. Was it? Because you got into the police car okay. The same way you got into the police car, you couldn't have checked your mans. There was no video of you checking your mans. Of all the video out there, there's no, like, emotional moment. Nah, brother. I've seen cats have to be pulled off people before. Right? They're obviously expired. And, no, I ain't leaving him, type tip. I'm not saying you have to go that extreme, but something, a little look and a little bit of a drop to the knees or a kiss on the head of, I don't know, something. No? Some concern is what I'd be looking for, other than yourself. All I saw was self-consumption here. Call me a liar. What'd you see? What? Where? All I saw was, let's make it all about me. I saw the me show. I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances, but from what I have seen, I saw it yet. Thank God I'm alive, top tip. And that moves me on to this point right here. So, they've charged this driver, but this is where it gets spooky. And this is where the math really ain't mathing, allegedly. Some people would say, not my opinion. I believe, whatever the government slop servers, official narrative sloppers, serve up, you should consume with max prejudice. As much of the official narrative slop they serve, you should consume all of it and say nothing and agree to the 1,000,000th degree. Yeah? Yeah. More official narrative slop, sir. That's what you should do, man. That's what you'd be doing anyway. You love it. But listen to this bar right here. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable given yesterday's video where the math weren't mathing with the doors. Like, bare doors are open. No one's seen the driver. Anyway, let's get to this one. Watch this one here.
Anthony Joshua's driver, Kayode Adeni, has just now appeared in court behind me here at Sagamu. Some amazing detail has emerged from this hearing. We obviously already know that Anthony Joshua, fortunately, miraculously survived that crash, but it now appears that at the beginning of the journey, he was actually sat in front where one of his friends was tragically killed. It's appeared that the driver of that car, Mr. Kayode Adeni, who has been charged with manslaughter and reckless driving, had actually asked him to swap seats because he couldn't see the wing mirror on the offside because of the large frame of Anthony Joshua. So he swapped seats and then went and sat behind the driver, which, as we know now, saved his life, because a few hours later that...
Okay, so essentially there was a great intervention by the gods to save Anthony Joshua. That's what we're now told. AJ was supposed to be in the front, but the driver couldn't see the wing mirror in a 4x4. Sorry. AJ's big, yeah, he's not that big. And by the way, Latif or whoever, they weren't small. It wasn't like you had Ben Shalong in the car. Yeah? Even then, I've never heard of a big person blocking a wing mirror in a 4x4. But whatever. That's what they're serving up. So I believe him. I believe at the last minute, the gods intervened, and that's the narrative these man. Where's these cats at? Where's these corny cats at? Oops. Yeah, it was the intervention of the gods, right? It definitely weren't this one. Right, it was 100%. It was the gods. And the driver were actually saved, dude. But here we go. Some of this religio slop for you, man. Get ready for this one right here. Yeah, who want a serving of religio slop? Have some religio slop for the masses on this Saturday afternoon. Here we go, bosh. Yeah? Anthony Joshua had got into the front passenger seat, but the driver asked him to swap seats. Joshua then moved to the back of the seat behind the driver because he was blocking the driver's view. And Latif, poor Latif, man. Poor Latif, brother. He ain't even know it, man. It's one of them ones. Yeah? And poor Latif moved into the front seat instead. And obviously they've put this religio slop on here. The messenger of Allah said, know that whatever happens to you can never miss you and whatever. Oh, so God picked AJ then, yeah? God picked a star, and I've seen bare comments. Thank God they saved AJ. Weird, isn't it? And that, for me, all the cats that say, oh, YB, oh, you was wrong for clickbaiting, AJ didn't die. This is what I'm saying. This is the problem with most of the masses. Oh, yeah, God, I've seen them. Oh, God saved AJ. What about the other brothers? Does God pick winners and losers? But these celebrity men, they actually think so. They think Andrew Tate will tell you this. God picked me because I'm really the best thing since sliced bread himself. Yeah? Since Muhammad, I am sliced bread. Bruce Lee, I'm the best thing on earth. And I can show it because I've got a bunch of shekels. But then when you read the religious text, they don't say a bunch of shekels mean you've ascended. So it's weird. But celebrity and shekels go hand in hand. If you're a celebrity maxer, the biggest celebrity of all time, anything, oh man, God say it, thank God. You best believe it. Probably 100 million people were praying for the fact that AJ was survived. Not a prayer for the two cats who got smoked though. In a weird little thing where in the last minute they changed the driver's seats and that. Again, the cattle would say, that's a coincidence. Of course it is. And of course it is. It just happened to be, innit? One of them coincidences. This is what I'm saying. It always has to be that way though. Yeah? It always has to go that way. The tyre blows out and we can't see it. AJ was supposed to be in that seat and he just changed it up. Now, I'll point out in my other videos, the whole seat situation I was never down with. I was never down with none of the seat situation. Since I seen my man sat in that seat, waiting for a car to catch fire, when there was nothing wrong with him, just posted there, I don't like that. That's not how humans operate. And I've heard anecdotally people say, when a car crashes, you're trying to get out of there. Like your butt's on fire. You ain't trying to sit around all in the video when there's nothing wrong with you at all. You just ain't. And I can... he froze up. Cap. Your instinct kicks in. No one freezes. Life self-preservation kicks in. It's happened. I need to get away from this situ. Stat. Yeah? So I never liked the whole seat thing anyway. It looked a bit off to me. Why is this cap making a meal out of getting out? Waiting until all the cameras got there to try and make a move. They'd half pulled the door off. The guy next to AJ's door, they'd pulled it off by the time he got out. By the time he started getting out, it's like, what the blowhole? That's mad. It must have been 10-15 minutes. To get that many people, bear in mind it's on the motorway, right? To get that many people, about 50 people around you, 50 people have to get out of their cars and walk down to you. That takes time. It must take 10 minutes, at least. Because not everyone gets out at the same time. It's normally like one guy gets out, that'll encourage another. And it kind of scales like that. Probably took 10 minutes. Yeah, with 2 exits available. And you're sat there. So I never liked the whole seat thing anyway. Now they're telling you the seats was all mad. You could argue again. No doubt. Why be? You'd say that and you lean towards that. That's fair, but I did tell you the seats were spooky and now they're really spooky. Now there really was some spookiness going on. Who knows who really was where? See, that makes sense? Yeah? Now the seating thing is actually spooky. For sure. Now we ain't got no ideas who was actually where, because it was all... it's not a big stretch to go from I changed it at last minute to I changed the seat plan at last minute to actually the seats was mad and we didn't know who was where. That's not a massive stretch for me. Again, unless you want to consume, which is okay to do. Yeah, the official narrative. If you consume what, this is the problem. When they throw someone at you, if you could just consume it, yeah, oh that man, yeah, he did tell him at last minute change. I get that. You could just accept that, right? Yeah, but if you don't, if the math ain't really mathing, it's not really mathing. Because they could tell you, I don't know what they could tell you, whatever they want. Yeah, they could tell you, actually, Idi Amin was driving the car. Oh, it was Idi Amin who drove the car. They could tell you that as well. Why couldn't they tell you that? Why not? Yeah, actually, Idi Amin said for AJ to sit in the back. Or whoever you want. Just pick any African you ever heard of in your life and he picked it there. Why not? Just accept that as well. Because now they move in seats and So for me, the integrity of what's been said is undermined. By the fact there's a miracle now at the last minute. Miracle. When people start throwing miracles in there, edgelord miracles, whoa, that was close, brother. It wasn't close for Latif and the other brother, though. Yeah, and it adds to the lore. Oh, man, this man, God saved him. God saved AJ because he went to prayer. Latif was praying with him, though. That's what I don't get. Does he not? Does God not love Latif the same way? My point is, don't make it about God saved anyone. And I tend to think it's the inverse of God that made this one here. do what it do. That's what I tend to believe. There wasn't no God about this one, man. It was wicked or an accident. How about that? Yeah, those are the scale. There's no God about this one. It's wickedness or an accident. Those are the two we're playing with. Which you choose is up to you. I see shades of wickedness here, though. I do see shades of wickedness. And in fact, on that note, I'm going to save this for another day. We haven't even got halfway through this one right here, but wow, we're 30 minutes in, man. The gospel, that's how you know it's one of them. When I get 30 minutes in and we're even halfway in, it's the gospel. Yeah? No man can make this one here. It's just flowing right now. But wait there a minute. Check this one right here. Yeah, when I say I see shades of one of these ones, or shades of one of these ones, look at this here. Now, you can take this one of two ways. Like, you can do anything. And that is the issue we find ourselves in, right? You can always find something. Listen, I've told you, don't believe nothing I'm saying. I'm not the authority of Edge. Right? I'm just legitimately telling you what I believe. And I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. But that's all I can do. Right? But look at this here. Now, there's again. You can look at this one of two ways, but Boxing King Media said, a beautiful gesture tonight. Most valuable promotions event. Jake Paul and his team ensured the names of Latif and Cena were placed on the canvas in honour and remembrance. Now, yeah, a moment of class, respect and dignity. Now, listen. If we don't believe in this, right, it's fair to say, oh, that's really lovely of fake Paul. Or, it's like putting a dude on a shirt. You see that one there? See what I'm trying to say? Yeah, we got them too. Yeah, in plain sight type tip. You see that one there? Yeah, you put their names on there because we got them. Right? So it's one or the other. Either fake Paul was the biggest sentimentalist maxer, or if you lean to conspiratardacy, you'd say, you've got these infinity things here as well. It looks like some more symbolism for the masses right here. I don't know. It weren't even fake Paul's mans. So it's almost like AJ and fake Paul are still intertwined somewhere. Because now fake Paul's claiming AJ's tragedy. If AJ did it, it'd be much less... What's the word? So, listen. Is Jake Paul Mother Teresa or not? If he's Mother Teresa, then yeah, oh wicked. Thank you, fake Paul. If there's anything that don't sit right with you, man, about fake Paul, yeah, or this one, it's like they're claiming it. Yeah, I caught them two. Them two are mine. You see that one there? But I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know any of these cats, these reptilians. If I meet a reptilian, I'll let you know. But I haven't met no reptilian, so it could all just be BitChute slop I've consumed over. This could all be BitChute slop I've consumed and Odyssey slop I've consumed over the years, and it's rotted my brain. And I'm just trying to find. That's reasonable to say. If you said to me, YB, you consumed way too much BitChute slop over the years, and it's gone to your head and your head's turned to mush, that's fair enough. I wouldn't say, I definitely. I definitely know. I don't definitely know. Because I thought AJ was going to get his head knocked off. But it's still, now we know what's happened since. It's like that, innit? It's like that. It's all a bit too much. A bit too much here. A little bit too much for my liking. But that is what I would say. Because that is my... What's the word I'm looking for? That is where I'm predisposed to tell you what I'm saying now. Right? I'll never tell you. I can't think of one time something official came out and I told you that was true. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to spin a yarn. That's the truth of the situation. I'm likely to tell you what I'm telling you now. Yeah? What I'm saying here isn't, whoa, I didn't expect him to say that. You'd expect exactly what I've said for me to say. Alright. Let's move on now, because we're getting to the actual account. So AJ had a magical move at the last minute. Let's get to the rest of the meat on the bones here. The jaw-dropping revelation emerged at the hearing for his driver, Adeni Coyote. The driver's denied all charges against him, which included dangerous driving. So we'll see how that plays out. But then again, look at Puff's guy. Puff's guy for that bathroom shooting. He pled not guilty and still got sent. So we don't know, in terms of shades of Lee Harvey Oswald, we don't. El Patsy. Yeah, we don't know. And I wasn't there. And it probably was just an accident, and it probably was God stepped in and intervened to save AJ and bless us with more celebrity slot pay-per-views. Right? God saved us for the more pay-per-view pocket digging that we're about to get. Anyway, Coyote was wearing a black Muslim kaftan and pled not guilty when the charges were read to him by the clerk as members of his family attended. He claims he is innocent and the brakes failed. So now we've gone from tyre... Fact, they said tyre blew out. Now the driver's saying the brakes failed. These Nigerian cats. You push the brake, does it work or not? The tyre, I told you the other day I didn't think the tyre was popped anyway. So the driver ain't even saying, you'd know a tyre blowout versus a brake failing. Not necessarily though, unless you're an experienced driver. I've never had one, so I couldn't tell you, but I think it's pretty different. Right? If you're braking and the tyre blew out, you'd lose control. You'd know then. The loss of control would imply it's not the brakes. If brakes aren't going out, you still have control. You'd be going at speed towards the thing. If a wheel blows out, you've lost control. In theory, the brakes should still work to some extent as well. Obviously, because they're still working on the other wheels or wheel. They'll still engage. Whatever. So we don't know. He's saying the brakes failed. They're saying his tyre blew out. Messy. AJ hasn't said anything. No statement. AJ's driver, who has worked for AJ for more than 3 years, was granted bail and rushed away. Okay. So he's worked for AJ for 3 years, and now we're to believe he had no licence. He was driving without a licence. So one of two things has to be responsible here. Either have zapped his thing to put more charges on there, or AJ's team are incompetent. Of course, it's an individual's responsibility to make sure he has a driver's license. But at the same time, what's AJ's team doing? I said this yesterday. There's a lot of jobbers around celebrities. You get a lot of backslappers and jobbers and people who are otherwise low IQ. They're trying to come up. They're not trying to deliver no value. Again, if I was working for AJ, I'd tick boxes and dot I's and cross T's whilst getting paid. Yeah? You haven't got to be a complete sucker. If that makes sense. Like a lot of people, most people want to do nothing and get everything, obviously. So don't surprise me. This is well documented around celebrities. The teams are incompetent. They're only trying to find ways to extract money. They ain't trying to deliver no value at all. None. If they can sit in Napa under the sun with a cocktail and do nothing at all and get paid, they'll do that. Because they're Joe Blow weapons. What would a chance? And even if you get a professional, they're as bad. If you go to Cohen and Bergstein, accountants or lawyers, they'll just dig your pocket as well. So it's not really a class thing. It's a mentality. Yeah, look at what's his name? There's been loads of examples of it. Top, Cohen and Bergstein, Petersburg Associates LLP. They'll dig your pocket like you've never seen before. Never mind the Mandem. I'd take the Mandem as inefficient and untrustworthy the Mandem might be. I'll take them over them, man. LLP Associates, Bergstein and Cohen. Forget them. They will dig your even Fake Paul came out. Fake Paul came out and said he got his pockets dug. So they ain't playing, man. That was one of their own. So they ain't got no scruples at all. I'll take my chances with a Mandem. But still, what happened to accountability? Like, yeah, man. Thanks, AJ, for putting me on. Let me deliver some value now. What's wrong with doing that? It's all about the flex. Taking something and giving nothing. That's what it's about these days. No one's got no shame about them. I can't believe Coyote didn't have a driver's license though. I struggle to believe that. Driving for AJ. I can't understand. Is there a massive barrier to entry to having a driver's license? Do they even have a test in Nigeria for it? I couldn't tell you. Yeah? Odd. Why didn't AJ's team verify that? That's a standard thing as well. Hey man, send me your driver's license. Is it possible? Nigeria is the prince of moody documents. Yeah? Moody Documents Incorporated is what Nigeria is. So he could have got a moody one. And if so, again, we don't know who did what. We don't know if the zapped all of his information so it makes him look worse. We just don't know. But logically, just get your license, man. I can't. For AJ's team, check your employees' licenses. It's not hard. They must expire no more than once every 5 years. How hard is it to check that? Have a tick list. Drivers check their license. Takes 5 minutes. Although in Nigeria, maybe it isn't. You can go online and check it here, but we only had that tech about 5-10 years ago. Maybe in Nigeria there ain't no. Maybe you have to send a piece of paper off. As such. To find out who's registered and who's not. It's probably more like paperwork type rubbish. I don't know. I'm just assuming here. Either way, messy. However you look at it, it's messy on multiple people's accounts. I mean, you should be able to think at AJ's level here. You should really be able to, as not advanced as they may be in the West. AJ should be able to hire a contracting firm who does all that part. But again, corruption. Even them over there, they must be executive ones though. They must be executive hiring firms who have a staff of legitimate drivers to drive a $300 million man around. I can't believe it's that corrupt. Where a top driving agency can't find a driver with a license. I can't believe that to be the case. It's not that far backwards. It's not that far back. Sorry. There will be people with a driving license in Nigeria, I assume. You'd like to assume anyway. So why ain't he got an executive? He doesn't even need to put it on his team. You can hire third parties who do that. Right? If you go to America and you're a boss, a $300 million boss, you ring this like the executive firms and they'll sort your whole trip out. They'll book the hotel, they'll book the driver, all verified. I assume at that level, a $300 million level, you can get treated like a king anywhere more or less on the earth. There's someone in there trying to take a commission from it. I'd assume. There must have been exec hire type things in Nigeria for driver jobbers. Maybe they didn't do their job. Poor Uncle Man. Look at Uncle Man. Oh, not Uncle. They did Uncle wrong, man. Not Uncle. No, not Uncle, man. He's finished. He thought, oh, man, look at him getting in the video with Johnston. Wow, he's finished, man. He's super duper finished. Anyway, it goes on. The driver's lawyer, Abadouin, told the Daily Mail, my client has pleaded not guilty and what happened was an accident. I haven't had a full chance to speak with him yet, but I know he's saying the brakes did not work. I also understand the journey started in Lagos and that initially AJ had got in the front seat, but the driver asked him to swap seats. He did this because AJ is a big fellow and he couldn't see the wing mirror properly, so he asked him to move and he sat behind the driver. Now, this in itself implies someone concerned with can I see my wing mirrors, in my opinion, is less inclined to be a boy racer. If you're just a proper weapon of a driver, you don't give a if you can see your wing mirror too good. I couldn't even tell you if I can see my wing mirror most of the time. It doesn't become evident until you've started the trip that maybe is in the way. So if someone's thinking ahead, yeah, you're a bit big, mate, or someone's getting in the car and AJ gets in the passenger seat, and my man's already thinking, that tells me he's switched on. Before we've even left, I've noticed my wing mirror's compromised. I ain't never done that. I'm not even sure it's possible, to be fair, but whatever. Let's say it was compromised. If you follow the official account, that tells me, okay, he's thinking about his job here. He's worried about being able to see out his wing mirror. That seems like someone legit. That doesn't scream, oh, he's an idiot, to me. But the two are independent. You could plausibly look out of a wing mirror or check your wing mirrors and change the seat and still drive like an idiot. That's not impossible, is it? Less likely, though, you'd think. Someone who's just a complete idiot wouldn't even think about where his mirrors are at, would they? Anyway, it goes on. For what I understand, Latif was in the front and then changed seats with Anthony. Bail was set at £2.5 thousand. Cody was charged on 4 counts. Expiration via dangerous driving. Okay. His case was adjourned till January 20th. Outside the court, the driver's wife was too hysterical to speak, but his son told the Daily Mail his father was innocent and it was just an unlucky accident. His son said, "The family is very upset by what's happened and we are sorry for the deaths of 2 people. Dad is not a fast driver. He was following the speed limit and then the brakes failed. He said he was pushing the pedal but nothing was happening." Spooky. Spooky, spooky, folks. Could this be him just capping? Trying to excuse himself? Of course it could be. Could be cap. We'll never know what really happened. But we've heard of this one before. They like this one. The brakes didn't work. Let's have a look here. Let's have a quick look. Cases where the famous cases where car brakes. I can't think of them. They don't come to mind. But I know there's been a few of the Kabbalistic type tips. Oh, but the brakes just give out halfway through the journey. On a brand new car type one. This is rubbish. This is slop here, but I've read them. I've read them before. The brakes give out. Couldn't tell you who it was, but there have been cases of it. Now, on that note, I did play this video the other day, right? Look at this one here. Brand spanking new BMWs, spurging out, watch. Brand new BMWs are liable to spurg out because of a software defect and just start spinning left and right. Yeah. I think the brake is a mechanical thing, to be fair. So it should. Who knows, man? Who knows what they got in here, man? Who knew a pager could blow up, right? I wouldn't have told you. That wouldn't have been on my Christmas cracker list. So who knows? One of them ones. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. Don't know. But there are shades of Talmudi on this one. There are shades. The brakes give out, the tyre blew out. Everything happened. He was driving too quick. He was doing evasive manoeuvres. Anything you want in this story, essentially. You can find anything. There's something for everyone here. If you like tyres blowing out, that'll be for you. If you like the driver was popping liquor and perks, that's for you as well. If you prefer the brakes didn't work, you can. There's a bit of. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a nice variation of slop. And there's something for everyone here. Yeah? If you were particularly inclined to a certain type of slop, there's something for you in this story. At the end of the day. Everyone gets their fillings of subcattle slop on this story. Alright. The sun goes on. They were all smiling and laughing and joking as they walked through the arrivals towards the exit. I see Joshua quite often here. Okay. He was happy to pose for a photo. And then he walked away, waving and smiling. I couldn't believe it when I saw the news a few hours later. Okay, what's this rubbish? Okay. Oh, wait there a minute. There was another Bardo. I think I've clicked the wrong one still. Is that the wrong one? I mean, I've clicked the wrong one. Hold tight, folk. Hold tight. That's the wrong one. That's dead. That's no good. Finished. Here we go. The sun goes on. So Dad is not a fast driver. He tried to swerve and avoid the truck parked on the side of the road, but he hit it. He's been driving for Anthony Joshua for 3 years. He's a good driver. And that there is some social validation there. If your driver was no good, and or Edge Tastique, and or Boy Racer, pistonhead.com, you'd have binned him off and said, "Don't bring that guy back. He's a weapon." So free. Who pays someone to drive them if they're proper wiggy? No one's doing that. So I tend to believe he's a good driver, or he's the kind of driver AJ likes. Because some men like boy racers. They do. So whatever. 3 years of experience driving AJ tells me AJ loves whatever he's doing. Boy racer or not, he loved it. Because if he didn't, like I do to people, if I feel weird in the car, I say, hey man, slow down or let me out. I'll get the bus. That's what I'll tell him straight up. It's not personal. There's just no medals coming for me in this situation. I'll hop out, for sure. Yeah. 100%. There's no Boy Racer of the Year 2026 medal coming for the YB. So I'll hop out and get the bus, man. Yeah, because I ain't playing no stupid game and I ain't trying to win no stupid prize. You see that one right there? That's the YB. All day and night. Alright then. He goes on. Where was it? Essentially, it goes here. It's not my dad's fault. If the truck wasn't parked there illegally, this wouldn't have happened. So they're blaming the truck guy now. Clutching at straws. I get this is what happens with the masses as well. When it all kicks off, the powerless, they're trying to get anything but them. Crabs in a barrel, essentially. Because there's never going to be no responsibility going up. There was never going to be any... I'm not saying AJ was at any level responsible here, but take Francis Ngannou when he mowed down some 17-year-old girl walking home from school. It was never going to be Francis was responsible. They blame the nurses, is what they did. Fact. No doubt. So when you got two bottom dwellers, yeah? Two... What's the word? Bottom feeder. Two bottom... Power bottom... Let's call it a spade. The lorry driver, the soybean lorry driver, and AJ's driver were power bottom feeders. Yeah? That's what they were. Turbo power bottom feeders. So when you're in a barrel of swinging from a tree on charges of exploration by dangerous driving, trust me, you'll grab onto someone. If you can drag that lorry guy in, or if you've got a chance of dragging the lorry guy in to get yourself out, yeah, if you can stand on the lorry guy's head to get yourself out of the bind you found yourself in, you'll tend to do it, unfortunately. Yeah? Unfortunately. However, I have heard, anecdotally, apparently that they're letting the lorry go off the hook, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, so, I think more or less, I'll go through my notes. I think more or less, that's it. This one's... Oh no, we've got one more here. And one of my doggies, MMRJS, came through, and this was a leak. So you know a guy called iShowSpeed? Like a famous internet neek, right? You know, I speculated, oh, there's no way you can drive for AJ and drive like an idiot. Well, iShowSpeed was in Africa somewhere, and we have an evidence now, which wouldn't have been my base case. I tend to think of things quite logically. There are, but I'm wrong to do so though, because logically, most people are low frequency and low IQ. It's not a race thing. You're joking. Britain is full of half of the Hills Have Eyes cast. Let's call a spade here. Let's not make it a race thing, man. Yeah? Half of the man in Britain right now look like they're from Hills Have Eyes. So forget about half of the man at the Tommy Robinstein marches look like from the Hills Have Eyes, man. They could get a role there for sure. If I was the casting director for the Hills Have Eyes, I'd go to one of these reform marches with their buck teeth, yellow buck teeth, and you man would be in there. So forget about race. Not about race. 99% of the masses are low frequency and low IQ. That is just what it is. Yeah? Nonetheless, iShowSpeed's in a taxi and we get a perfect example of potentially what's happening here. Here we go.
Hey, drive! Hey, drive! Keep your eyes on the road, bro. Eyes on the road.
Rudy ain't trying to
Yo, bro, drive the car properly, alright? He's really a comedian for real, right?
Rudy ain't trying to get in a car crash. Safety first, innit?
Safety first. Safety first. Hey, drive! Keep your eyes on the road, bro. Eyes on the road.
Rudy ain't trying to get.
Yo, bro, drive the car properly, right? He's really a comedian for real, right?
The guy to me looked like he bugging as well. I think he after the yabba, if I'm honest. I think he's after yabba to Breaking Bad. He looks geeked to me. He looks proper geeked and tweaked. This guy right here. But even the car, again, I'm not a. Oh, you have to drive in a brand new car, but you need executive drivers, man. It looks like they're in a tuk-tuk taxi, and I get it. These guys are streamers. They're probably trying to be edgy. Oh, I'm edging out with the masses. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean that paying more always is better, but you need someone who knows their role. Their role is not to be. This guy don't get it. You can hear the car getting quicker and quicker. I'm thinking, what is? I don't know, but this is the masses for you. 99% are that way inclined. They hear a loud noise, or they think they're in control of speed, and they want to go faster. They haven't ascended from about 11 years old, man. They're stuck in that same thing, and that's what you see here. And that's IShowSpeed, who's on the same level as AJ, massive globally speaking. Probably bigger than AJ, globally speaking. If you went by Instagram followers, he's probably got 10 times more or 5 times more. So you got this. You're in a Joe Blow taxi, and the security guy has to say, "Hey, man, slow down." Now, I don't know if this is another thing. A lot of these streamers do things. The internet's become full of slop. Seriously. It wouldn't surprise me if AJ's had his accident and IShowSpeed said, "Yeah, let's do a skit where you drive like an idiot and I tell you stop." That literally happens. We had this. They like to... Yeah, oh, wow. And all the low IQ commenters, "Oh, Speed, be careful." Because it's not rage baiting, but it's interaction baiting. Oh yeah, a famous guy just had a car crash. Let's edge on the... They do that. So I don't know. But assuming it's real, which I can believe both. I can believe it's rigged and they've tried to make an edgy driving piece. Or I can believe they've staged it essentially. Most content you see from these weapons, it tends to be staged for the reaction of it. Yeah? But I can also see it wasn't staged and this guy's an idiot. He does look geeked to me. His eyes are popping out of his head. He's proper geeked and he's not listening to instruction either. But it begs the question, why are you in a car with a tweaker for, man? And the car, look, you can hear the way the car's running. It sounds old too. I don't understand that, man. For cats at this level, IShowSpeed, $300 million plus. AJ, $300 million plus. You can't be doing the tuk-tuk taxi tip, man. And AJ wasn't, to be fair. He was in a convoy, which looked quite executive. This guy here this guy that IShowSpeed is travelling with looks like he's got him off the street, if I'm honest. Proper taking his glasses off whilst... Watch this one right here, watch. Looking out the window, hey! Doing way too much, man.
Keep your eyes on the road, bro. Eyes on the road.
Rudy ain't trying to get.
Yo, bro, drive the car properly, right? He's really a comedian.
Took his glasses, he had his glasses on, took them off. I think he's bugging. I think he's bugging, seriously. When you're tweaking hard, yeah, you do that. You think the glasses are fighting you. You think you get paranoid of the glasses. Hey, they blocking my vision, man. They hate it. They hate it on my vision. Why would you... If you drive with glasses on, that's what you tend to do. So if you have them on and take them off, and you see him, he starts leaning into the thing, he's bugging. He's off the yabba. He's probably been working since yesterday. Because taxi drivers, especially in developing nations, they do tend to work a lot of hours. He's been on the clock since 30 hours, 40 hours before. Watch.
Eyes on the road, bro. Eyes on the road.
Look, he starts leaning in. You see what I mean?
He ain't trying to
Yo.
Look, he starts leaning in. Or maybe it's because the guy says, "Put your eyes on the road," and he's taking the piss. He's like, "Okay, I'll be sorry, Dad." These guys, I don't. Maybe it's a skit then. But the security guy says, "Put your eyes on the road," and the guy starts taking the piss, man. Trolling him, leaning in. It's one or the other. Either he's trolling him by leaning in, he's trolling the instructions, or he's tweaking off the yabba. It's one or the other. I don't know, I wasn't there. Look at this guy.
Bro, drive the car properly, right? He's really a comedian for real, right?
Oh, that's why they say he's really... That's why... Do you know what I mean? What's that about? That's why they should be outside, just making a whole bunch of noise, man. And he hit on nothing anyway. If it kicked off, he'd roll over and give his neck and his soft body up. He would. He does that. If it kicks off, he gets topped. That dog's a power bottom. If it kicks off, yeah, he'll just submit and roll right over. He's not on nothing, man. So he ain't on nothing. He ain't. I'm telling you, I've seen it. That thing you hear there, he ain't on nothing. Not on nothing at all, man. Big fluffy looking thing, man. He ain't on nothing. So I don't know what he does that for, right? Because you ain't on. If the window wasn't there, you wouldn't be on nothing. So don't do that, making a bunch of noise for nothing, man. Like you really a dog like that. You ain't a dog like that, man. Yeah, because you be going to the groomers, the groomies they call it. You be getting the groomies, getting your nails did. You ain't a dog like that, man. So don't be giving it that one right there. Because you ain't on nothing. I've seen you when it kicks off, man. What are you doing? Why are you larping like you're going to do something? When I know, he knows, I know that he knows that he ain't on nothing. But still, he does this whole thing of giving it that. I'm thinking, who are you lying to, brother? Because it's not me. Yeah? I've seen you when it goes left, man. You ain't on that. You trying to plead in it. You ain't want no smoke, man. You give it up. You ain't the alpha, man. You give it up. So don't be making noise in my shit. Do you know what I mean? Anyway.
Rudy ain't trying to get in the car.
He bugging, man. He bugging. Look at this guy, man. He bugging off the yabba. Look at this guy here, man. He tweaking hard. I'm talking hard as well. However you want to spin it. Something ain't right here. How about that?
Crash. Safety first, innit?
Safety first.
And this is interesting. And this is what I said the other day, to be fair. What did I tell you? And it's an interesting thing. If we think about the type 1s, yeah? What did I tell you? I said it's weird how both of AJ's friends couldn't have had a belt on, because they never would have been flung out with a belt on, right? So we have to believe AJ had his belt on, despite him not having a massive bruise down his chest. But whatever, we still have to assume he had his belt on. However, what do you notice about this video? I show Speed, and this is what I told you. I do this for some reason when you're abroad, you just think I'll get in the back of the car. In the back of the car, for some reason, I think it's because the seat's there and you're less exposed to the front windscreen and what's going on. Even in Britain, if I get in the back of the car, for some reason I feel safer. Don't know why it is. I think because you're more enclosed, but whatever. People abroad, even more so, tend to get in the back and not put a belt on. In fact, even in the UK, I do it. If I get an Uber anywhere, I guess you travel more when you're abroad. Or you Uber and taxi around more when you're abroad, so I notice more. But even in the UK, so only because it buzzes, ding ding. If you're in a Tesla Uber, it'll ding ding ding. That's the only reason I put it on. If I get in a taxi in the UK and there's no ding 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 ding, and the guy doesn't turn around and say put it on, I'm hopping in that car and you don't even think about it. Circumstantial. It's plausible AJ did put his belt on, but this is another example of you got a celebrity here in a moody taxi and there's no belt at all. You'd see a belt on him. There's no belt whatsoever. I can't see a belt on this guy either, but obviously the angle's off. But Speed definitely has no belt on at all. And the car looks cheap as I mean, it's quite base to some extent. Oh, Speed's driving like a bum. Like a bear bum in the shower. It's all giggles and that. Look, there's no belt on him at all. It's all giggles until it ain't giggles. But again, make of that what you will. Alright. I think I'll save that one. I'll delete that one. Let's see what else. Whatever we got. Oh, we've got that one done. Bosh. I'm doing a video on this soon, man. So I'll save that for the masses. What do Andrew Tate? Right. What do Andrew Tate and Mr. Johnston have in common? Let's have a look what they got in common, man. I'll give it this one. I heard some idiots say, I stand like that. Weapon. Lies. I actually tried it myself. It's actually hard to get your fingers to do that. It's really uncomfortable. And it makes you feel like an idiot if you do it as well. No one's doing this one right here. Look at this one. Look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. You ready for this one? Yeah? You just ready for... Look, come on. Some of you cross-eyed cats out there. Look at this one here, look. You see that one right there? You see that one right there? I can't wait for the official narrative jobbers. Brother, I stand like that, brother. Try and put your fingers in that. Who would think to ever do that? I don't even think. Who would even think to bother do it? I don't get that. It's proper off key. Proper off key, man. Proper off key. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, I don't take many photos. But maybe if I did, I'll be posting up doing some moody little thing, making a triangle out of my hands. Like I'm 6-year-old, you know what I mean? Let's make some funny shape. There's always, that's how they do it. It's always plausible. Baby. Do you know what I mean? When you see this one, he's doing sign language. That's how they spin it. Of course he was. They do that all the time. Yeah? They do that all the time. Oh yeah, the sun was in his eye, so he did this. 100%. That's what they give you. That's what they serve you up. And you love it. You live for it. Alright, folks. I'm out of here. Smash the like button, subscribe. Scroll to the right of the hype button and scroll to the right of the like button and leck off the hype button, and I'll catch you, man, on the flip. Johnny. Bye.